This is a weekly reading for Libra. Let's start with the playlist. We have Marilyn Manson, Sweet Dreams. James Blunt, You're Beautiful. Destiny's Child, Say My Name. The Weeknd, Same Old Song. Gorillaz Stylo. Stevie Wonder, Overjoyed. Marvin Gaye, Sexual Healing. Nas, The World Is Ours. Christina Aguilera, Beautiful. So, as you know, we feel like the Five of Cups, a Scorpio and Mars, I believe. So, partial loss, seeing the broken and ignoring what you still have. Let's see. Ignoring the whole. So, I'm just going to light my incense, sorry. Sidetracked. Ignoring the whole, friendship without devotion, marriage without love, that which could be perfect but isn't, an incomplete view of the world and of people. So there could be a little bit of deception there, a little bit of a misread on some points. So, let's see. Then we have the week's theme, which is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse is compliancy or complacency, stagnation, a refusal to move forward, thereby being pushed back, and dogma or dogmatic. So it's going to be like a Aries Taurus type energy. So a lot of stagnation. And then we have the challenge of the week, which is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is like an air spring type sign. So it's going to be kind of like Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So, let's see. A great effect, a great effort leading to overwhelming victory, strength, power, success, fertility, a conquest for the sake of conquest, excessive behavior, deep emotion. So there could be a little bit of happiness being brought in, and that could be a little bit of a challenge. Like you're kind of like, I'm married, but I might want to go to work. Just to see your friend or see somebody else, like feel a pulse. I didn't mean that like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like somebody that's not like has hatred for you or something. And then we have the lesson to remember this week. The King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles in reverse is corruption and collapsion. A danger, faithlessness, going for ends without consideration of means. So Leo, Virgo type energy. So that's like, you're not really thinking straight. That's basically what it's talking about. You're not thinking about the what might happen. You're not thinking about consequences or effects and causes and stuff like that. But you're just kind of taking stuff for what it is right now. You're not really thinking too much in the future. So it could be a little bit of a crush or cheating or something. I'm not gonna like bang that over the head too much, but it does seem like you're trying to escape from like marriage where there's commitment, or a relationship where there's commitment, to just go seek something else for the sake of seeking something else. And then we have a lesson that you will learn this week. 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords in reverse is a skeleton in the closet. Depression or discontentment, an accident or possibly fatality. So it's a Gemini in Jupiter. So this is it's a very hard-hitting energy because Jupiter's kind of an airy sign and Gemini's kind of an airy sign. So them together could be kind of like a cold front or a warm front, cold front. So it could make rain. So that's why it's a point of depression. That's kind of how I'm going to explain it anyway. But it's kind of like a point of depression because you can't have two water signs, you can't have two air signs because it kind of makes the weather, in theory, be really bad onward. So we have the gift of the week, which is the Hanged Man in reverse. So it's a water Neptune. There's going to be some delays. Let's see, selfishness, unwillingness to change or sacrifice, not giving a task or a goal full effect, senseless sacrifice, going with the crowd, a great egotist. So there might be a little bit of ego here, like I can go anywhere and people will love me regardless of this relationship and all this. You're kind of thinking that you're not going to get caught doing something else. Or you're not going to get caught, like, seeing somebody else. Maybe you had, like, a steady boyfriend, girlfriend for a while, and you're just kind of like, this is going nowhere. I'm going to date around, see what else is available, and then I'll come back to this and make my final ruling. So that's kind of what's going on. You're trying to see greener fields, I guess. But, I'm going to say this. If that's how you feel about this, you could potentially lose both partners if that's the case. Like, you could meet this really nice, amazing person, and then you have, like, the stagnation at home, and them knowing about each other could, like, make everything fall apart, because that's usually how it happens. Like, your spouse could be out, and you could be out with this other person, and then everything falls apart, So it's better to tell people up front that, hey, I'm going to be looking for other people, I want a divorce, blah, blah, blah. So then they know it's in your back pocket. You're not kind of, staying when everything's miserable, and you obviously think this other person's miserable being with you, so you're kind of giving them a heads up. They can find other people. You're doing your own thing, that kind of thing. So then it's like a fair kind of thing, so then it's all good. And then you guys come back and figure if you want to go through with the divorce. But yeah, do something like that, so then it's not like, oh, I didn't know you were doing this. So it's not like a cheating thing, and that's not a reason to divorce. It's more of a, hey, I was dating around because it was kind of stagnant where we were at. So, it's just so first person knows, and, they can date, you can date, whatever. Just so it's like a mutual understanding. Because you don't want both people being in the dark. One person has to know what's going on. So, Libra, this seems to be a mess. But hopefully you take consideration for your current partner and for future partners. That's all I'm really asking. I really don't think it's morally wrong or anything. But then again, I kind of see it as potential for happiness. And I don't think you should be miserable under the circumstance of tradition or anything. I just think if you wanted to get married, you got married. If you wanted to be single, then you could do whatever you want. But, like, You made a conscious decision to become married, be connected to another person. So you have to let that other person know what you're up to. So, that's all I'm going to say. Anyway, if you like this reading, leave a like. If you like if you like what I'm doing on here, subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, ideas for my next video, leave them in the comment section below, and I will read those. I have the hiccups, so I don't know. Anyway, I hope this gets sorted. I mean, this is a big old mess. And this could be the potential of a big old mess, or you could have been in the making of doing this big old mess. So, whatever the case is, just remember, you have to tell one of the people that you're involved with, like, hey, I'm married, or hey, I'm going to date other people, because I don't think this marriage is going anywhere, and maybe divorce, if I do find somebody else. And allow them to date, because it's not fair if it's just one-sided. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. Hopefully this gets sorted. Libra, usually you're not like this, but, you could have been bored, or you could have been through a couple things, a few fights that were unfair. So, yeah, you really took into consideration that, hey, maybe we shouldn't be married. And staying for, like, the kids and stuff, that might be weighing heavily on you, so it's like, do I stay or do I go? I'm gonna say this, if you go, like, your kids will have 2 homes, that they can call their home. They don't have to be like, hey, I only have 1 home and my parents are miserable. You could have 2 homes where, like, their parents are, like, themselves and they find good people to marry and stuff like that. You don't have to be miserable for the sake of your kids. I mean, that's ridiculous. But anyway, I'm going to leave you here and you can deal with it on your own terms. And figure it out so it can be sorted. Anyway, thank you for watching, Libra, and I hope this helps you out a little bit in the psyche of, like, how I'm thinking about it. But yeah, all things need some type of thought, I believe. And maybe you've been thinking too much about the outcomes of certain things and stuff like that. Everything, you shouldn't be worried about anybody but yourself. I mean, if you do something, it's going to affect the time back and all that stuff. Don't worry about that. Just worry about, hey, I need to do the right thing. I have to make it so that it's an honesty vice and say, I'm not happy. And it has to be talked about. Like, I don't want to go to therapy for it. I talked about it with, like, my friends, family, and, some other people. And they said I should do this. But, yeah, whatever you do, just try to, like, make it so then, I don't want to be married because this, and this isn't being met on my side. Alright, Libra. Anyway, bye now.